Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for March 19th, 20th, and 21st. So that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, I'm using my two Radley Valentine decks. I will use my Angel Tarot cards for the main message. I will pull one from my Archangel Power Tarot cards. I'll also pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, I've prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Just remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job is just deliver the message to whoever out there may need to receive it. Now, a couple of things is that I'm sorry these videos are late. I had some computer problems earlier in the week. And the good thing though was, that my husband said, basically, I think it was last week, said, I think you need to have a new computer. So this week when I was having my problems, he just was working really hard to get the computer updated, or I should say, put together, because it's a new computer. And I had to then download all the software, and now we will see if everything is working the way it needs to go. Okay, so that's one thing. The other is that we're going to have, yes, you're going to have a busy weekend. I will be getting out my Aries readings. Aries season starts the 20th, which is Saturday, and it will start at 5:37 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, along with that, and I think it's like within the same minute, 5:38 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For the Northern Hemisphere, the spring solstice or equinox occurs. For the Southern Hemisphere, I guess that would be the fall or autumn equinox. That is where light and day are equally matched. And as the Northern goes into more and more of the spring, then there will be more light, then there is the darkness, and conversely, just the opposite for the people in the Southern Hemisphere. Now, I do feel that there's going to be some major changes because remember, Aries is the beginning of the astrological year. And we have all been feeling, so many of people on my comments, and I'm so sorry I wasn't able to get to the comments. As I've said before, I can read them on my phone, but my phone is older technology. It's not a flip phone, but it is older, so it's a little harder to answer. So I wait till my computer is working to do that. I do read them though. So with this though, where was I going? Anyway, more and more of you have been feeling the energy shifting. There's been more and more, picking up signs, intuitiveness, whatever, that things are changing. Again, I feel, remember, well, this isn't I feel, this is more factual. Pisces is the end of the astrological year, and we are ending that astrological year. So let us bring this new astrological year in with a higher vibration. Just as I'm saying, whenever we have major changes, it's up to us to counter some of those lower vibrations by bringing ours higher. Okay? Okay. So let's get started with the readings. Let's hope my editing program that I downloaded works. Hello, my Tauruses. How are you? Well, we're going into Aries season. And what that means for you, yes, Aries season begins the astrological season, but it's finishing up your astrological year because the next season will be yours. So Aries, while we are in Aries, this is a time for you to get things straight. Okay, you to get things done, get things finished, get things over. But it's also a time for you to use this, for you to figure out and look out what it is that where it is, what it is you want to go for. Okay, okay. So this is this is that time where you might say, why does this keep coming up? It's because you didn't resolve it. Even though I know that sounds kind of like Mercury retrograde energy, but it's giving you a chance to do that so that when your sign comes, it's kind of like you're starting with a fresh slate. Okay? Okay. We have 3 cards face down. They're all reversed. Let's see what we have for my Tauruses. Okay, first card up is the 5 of Air. Okay. Again, this kind of goes along with what I was talking about. So there's some changes. 5s have change energy, positive, negative, that all, it's always, change is not necessarily comfortable. air energy is our Libra, it is our Gemini, it is also our Aquarius, thought processes, hearing news, okay? So there's going to be some changes in possibly what you're thinking about for that, you're kind of, maybe this could be the weekend that you start actually thinking about what it is I want to be when I grow up. Now, I say that many times over, and I'm 64. I'm going to be 65 in July. So but it's never too late to just kind of think, what do we want? What is it that I want? What it is that my Tauruses want? Okay, what do you really want out of life? And are you getting it? So there is going to be that reflective time. It is, again, thought processes, making plans, hearing news. Okay, so there's a lot of reflection this week, but the thing about this for my Taurus is, we talk about, your psychic ability, and remember what you can receive, you can turn that around and project out. The thing is, I feel this is a weekend to figure out clarity on what you want to project out and then put it out there. Yes, we are in the new moon to that full moon, so this is again about there is going to be receiving. Yes, we're not saying that, I'm not saying not to receive, but the thing is, what is it that you want? So this is some time for clarity and to put that out, okay? Think things through, and I kind of have this, use your noggin. Here we go. An unwise choice, learn what you can from the situation, review everyone's motives. I like the motives because if you have people around you, they may be giving you very well-meaning advice, but sometimes people aren't as well-meaning as they want to be or as they claim to be. It's kind of like, well, I just wanted to tell you, I wanted to tell you what so-and-so said about you, and you're kind of like, well, that makes me now feel a little insecure to be around that person. Now, my response, and I learned this very long time ago, is, and when they said that, what did you tell them? Did you defend me? So, there's different ways of perceiving. And that person got very flustered and was like, kind of like, well, no, because obviously they'd talk about her then. So, you see where I'm going with this? Whoever needed that one. Here we go. Next card up. The Four of Air. Now, fours have some stability to it, so we still have that very intellectual energy. We still have that very, let's think things through. So again, I'm kind of feeling like you need to really look at what it is you want out of your life, what it is, where it is you want to go. It's very, let's think things through this, because again, this is starting the last month, the last part, or the last season before we start yours. So very strong reflection. Now, on how do you do this? Sometimes you have to, kind of connect higher power. You need to simmer down a little bit. Let that energy come in. Remember, it's very psychic, but what you receive, you can also project out also. You just need to know what it is you want to project. Anyway, let's go. Time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So in many ways, this is kind of like gathering your information, hearing your news, thinking about what it is, looking at everybody, all the players on the board, and kind of figuring out why and where, what's going on, and kind of then, kind of coming up with a game plan, but not necessarily putting it into action just yet. Okay, so this is watch everyone, watch the board, watch and just watch, wait, gather your information, look at what is their motives. Again, I'm somebody that likes to think think well of everybody's motives, and it's taken me a long time to realize that not everybody has pure intentions. Okay, not to try to warn you or scare you. Anyway, your next card, the Eight of Water. Now, water energy is Pisces, it's Cancer, it's also Scorpio energy, fluid, very emotional. Eights have a lot of possibilities to them, unlimited, infinite type of possibilities. And this, there is this thing about you wanting to move on. There is this thing about you wanting to get through, and get to that next stage. Aries is going to really stretch your thoughts, your imagination. Aries is going to really stretch your reality in many ways too. I'm feeling that. And this weekend starts that for you. Okay, like I said, it's best when I don't understand this. A desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. Let's see what we have here. Now, our last, well, it's not our last card, but it's our last card of the reading. Here we go. For my Tauruses, so we have 5, 4, and an 8. And my nose starts running. Here we go. This is reversed. 6 of Michael. Michael is air energy again, okay? So this is, put your time in now to really think about things, think about plans. What is the play? What is the game board? Who are the players? All of this, because the 6 is what you make of it. 6 has a lot of manual type of energy. It's the energy of man per se. And air energy, again, is, a lot of that thought processes. Because what you're going to take all the information, everything that you're gathering, and you're going to look at all your possibilities, and then you're going to move with it. Okay? So this is a weekend for you to get your game plan. This is for you to strategize, get your game plan in place. And then as we get more and more into Aries season, you're going to start working it. You're going to start playing it. You're going to start actually moving with that game plan. Okay, does that make sense? I hope so. So we have a 4, 6, 8. Okay, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. Relocation or travel. It's just, this weekend may not necessarily feel as busy. It may not necessarily feel as impactful, but this is one of those weekends that's actually extremely impactful for you. Because this is getting your head on straight, getting your goals, your clarity. This is all about what it is. This is, again, you're thinking about it, and you're planning, you're strategizing, and it's again, this is about getting your head on straight. Very strong stuff for you. Here we go. Let's see what crystal or energy for my Tauruses. And it's also, with part of this too, is it's letting that emotion go. I mean, you're kind, you have that emotion. I'm not saying you don't, but it's also seeing logically as opposed to emotionally. And a lot of this time, a lot of what we've been going through, there's more of an emotional pull, and this is now time to, it's kind of, it's time to just think about things clearer, okay? Anyway, this is reversed. Here we go. Iolite. This comes up every so often. I do not have it. But this is about magical powers, feminine divine, work, connection, also inspiration. The inspiration, especially with all this air energy, would be very helpful for you because it's going to, like I said, there's an expansion here. There's this, there's this kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like mind-blowing type of energy here. And then once you figure that out, there's a lot of figuring things out this weekend. And once you do, the clarity, the path is that much clearer. How's that? I really feel really big weekend for you, even if it doesn't feel that way. Anyway, my Tauruses, I appreciate your support, you watching. You've always been so kind to me. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, because it does help. As always, my Tauruses, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.